Our top story of this bulletin comes from Bengal. The arrest of Bengal Minister Partha Chatterjee and his aide Arpita Mukherjee has raised a political storm specifically between the TMC and the BJP. Here are latest updates of what exactly is happening in Bengal. Take a look.
A massive cash haul. Bengal cash for jobs scam exploding. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee facing heat after her minister Partha Chatterjee getting arrested. Thanks to his close aide Arpita Mukherjee, actor turned Partha aide from whose house cash over rupees 21 crore was seized. Some stashed in envelope marked Education Minister, referring to Partha's portfolio during the scam period. Hours after his arrest, Minister Partha complained of uneasiness and was admitted to a state-run hospital. The ED moved Calcutta High Court seeking to transfer him to an army-run medical institution, claiming that Partha is feigning illness to escape drilling with help from Mamata government. ED sought custody of Arpita after producing her in the court. TMC, which was forced to remove Partha as Education Minister after Calcutta High Court took up in 2021, said it will act if Partha is found guilty, but slammed the centre for not probing Suvendu in Narda scam case.
ऐसा कोई प्रूफ कोर्ट में आया और कोर्ट ने वो मान लिया, उसके बाद तुरंत तृणमूल कांग्रेस एक्शन लेंगे, चाहे जितना भी बड़ा लीडर कोई हो ना हो.
The BJP directly attacked Mamata, targeting what it called her complicity in the recruitment scam.
Naturally, he is someone who has had a very long and a close association with Mamata Banerjee. Her silence, therefore, raises several questions.
While Congress was quick to slam Mamata, Aam Aadmi Party attacked centre for alleged misuse of central agencies.
जैसे व्यापम कांड होते हैं वैसे ही बंगाल में इस तरीके के कांड है, ये सब जानकारी है, इसमें कोई नई बात नहीं, लेकिन ये हरकत में नहीं आ रहे थे. कोर्ट के डांट खाने पर ये जो जांच एजेंसी है हरकत में आई है.
एक नया ट्रेंड भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्र सरकार ने शुरू किया है. किसी भी आदमी के घर छापा मार लो, वो आदमी अमीर होना चाहिए और बिजनेसमैन होना चाहिए. फिर आप उसको किसी भी एमएलए और मंत्री के साथ जोड़ दो और फिर उस एमएलए और मंत्री को उधर के मुख्यमंत्री के साथ जोड़ दो. ये सब जो झूठ की दुकान भारतीय जनता पार्टी चला रही है, चलने वाली नहीं है.
Have the mega cash haul and arrest of the key minister, who was virtual number 2 in TMC till 2021, dented Mamata's national ambitions? With Anupam Mishra in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
So the case in Kolkata has reached the court as well, and of course right now has become a political showdown between the TMC and the BJP. Joining me now in this telecast is representing the Trinamool Congress, Member of Parliament from the Rajya Sabha, Dr. Santanu Sen, and also from the Bharatiya Janata Party, Tom Vadakkan. Thank you so much both of you for the latest on that. Let's begin first with Santanu Sen, because the silence of Mamata Banerjee, Dr. Sen, is quite strange at this point when your own Mantri is now facing these allegations. So how should we see this? Is this caution, for she does not want to likely say anything that could affect her national or party's national prospects as well?
See, first of all, with all humility, I beg to differ with your opinion. Why don't you consider the tweet, the press conference of All India Trinamool Congress is the statement as the statement given by Madam Mamata Banerjee. Because the official Twitter handle and the official spokespersons like me, whenever there is something before camera, you have to understand that that is the statement of Madam Mamata Banerjee. It has been clearly mentioned that Trinamool Congress has got zero tolerance towards any type of corruption. It has been clearly stated that Trinamool Congress has got nothing to do with the money recovered. Trinamool Congress has got nothing to do with that lady whose name has come up in the media. And Trinamool Congress has strongly said, after the investigation is over, if the person caught found to be guilty, Trinamool Congress will take strong step politically as well as the administrative step is concerned. It has been clearly said. At the same time, we have strongly demanded, because so far the record of ED investigation is concerned, we have seen that hardly 25% of the cases finally can find the daylight. So our demand, this investigation should be completed as early as possible, because the more duration of the investigation, the more chance for the opposition to malign Trinamool Congress leaders and Trinamool Congress government. So our first and foremost submission, appeal, demand, ED should complete the investigation as soon as possible, and if in the investigation anyone is found to be guilty, is proved to be guilty.
So you're saying, sir, that there is no reason for her to be silent on this. The party statement is her statement.
100%. Party statement is our statement. Party statement is statement of Madam Mamta Banerjee.
Tom Vadakkan, because the BJP is giving out these messages that, you know, this woman, Arpita, who's been taken into arrest, that she was not acting out of her own accord, in many ways hinting, because Mamata Banerjee was seen praising her. But right now it is just a raid. What do you say to Dr. Sen saying that we have said that, you know, if it is proven, we'll take action? Why should we jump to any sort of action against their mantri just because there's been an ED raid and which is not even concluded for now?
Pooja, I like the way he said about spokesmen, that when they say they speak for the president of the party or the head of the party, and sometimes very often we see the head of the party distancing themselves from the spokesman, saying that this is not the line we wanted, this is something different. Okay, so let's accept it that she spoke, and now let me say something else. Our case is not that this is Trinamool's money. This is the people's money collected for jobs, okay? And this had to be channelized to whoever and connected people. Now the issue, larger issue is, she's an aide of Mr. Partha and Partha Chatterjee, and this is, I mean, you know, smoking gun evidence. And I must say the Enforcement Directorate has counted the money with due haste and has come to the conclusion that's 21 crores, and this is not small money. And
yes,
believe me, this is right in public domain. ED is completely on the target and is investigating the case. And this is no non-entity. This is Secretary General of the Trinamool Congress. Okay? And this is cash that is discovered from his closest aide. And if that is, I mean, I differ that it may not be Trinamool's money, but it is the exchequer's money, it is our taxpayers' money. People who have wanted to get jobs have paid money, and those who have been recruited have not got their jobs, and they keep screaming there's no jobs available there, because if you pay cash you get jobs in Bengal, if you don't have money you don't get jobs. That is the short and long story.
But why should they rush to remove him right away and not wait for the court to decide or the ED investigation to finish?
See, he's no small individual. He is the Secretary General, and he can manipulate evidences. You have to take due precaution. He's a very powerful individual, Pooja. He's not somebody who was just a representative. He's an important personality, and he can influence judgment, he can influence people, witnesses, and what have you.
Okay.
So immediate action in this kind of cases have to be
Dr.
taken.
Santanu Sen, these are strong words, that he's an influential person. He can actually also influence other witnesses. Is this a catch-22 situation for the Trinamool Congress? Because if you remove, it will look like the ED has had a successful mission. They've managed to raid the correct people, the correct mantri, and also at that point could totally backfire for Mamata Banerjee, because in this case, this man is now facing strong allegations and her prospects could also suffer.
You have to see a few chronologies, madam. Before that, I must ask you one question. Why Nupur Sharma is not yet arrested till date? Secondly, if I request you to go through the chronology, on 21st of July, there was an historical rally held by Madam Mamata Banerjee, which has definitely shaken the chair of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. That's why, on the very next day, early morning, without any notice, ED had started raiding, being surrounded by central forces. They have started raiding at 13 different places. My question, I don't have anything to say so far the investigation process is concerned, because I am Trinamool, I am not BJP. BJP manipulates CBI, ED because they are their allies. I am Trinamool Congress always cooperates investigation. But my question is, if I ask you one very simple question, there is one leader of opposition in our state of West Bengal whose name is very much there in the FIR of CBI.
Tom Vadakkan, is this a fear? Because Mamata Banerjee right now is the only one who appears to be, or at least trying to be, get all these opposition parties together to challenge Narendra Modi, whether in 2024 or assembly elections or otherwise, form a separate front. The BJP is so triggered and feeling the challenge of Mamata Banerjee's rise that they are indulging in these allegations of corruption and targeting her.
Pooja, the litmus test was the recent elections held in Goa, Tripura and other places. What has happened there? This great personality was never a challenge to Modi ji. Let's get that straight. She grabs headlines, yes, for her activities against the governor and various statements that she gives out. These are all, she catches the national media. She provokes, and then the activity that she has done, withdrawn the privileges of the CBI investigating agency. They say they are alliances. Now, when you ask for CBI investigation, there's no alliance. When it pinches you, then you say, well, CBI is alliance and ED also is an alliance. What are the actions you've taken against the CBI and the ED? If you're not scared, who's scared? Let there be an inquiry. There's a judicial process.
Yes.
These are all transparent issues. The cash was shown. That was smoking gun evidence. And they're saying it's not their money. I agree, it's not their money, it's people's money, which would go to them finally. But it is not gone because ED has intervened. Now, the other thing is, it was not the current education minister who's been picked up. The chronology is clear. Who was there at that time? Who are the operators? They have come to it. There are cases filed against the current education
The TMC has constantly been claiming that this is political vendetta against their party, against their government in the state of Bengal.
Because they say so, we should stop fight against corruption. And just because they say political vendetta, that is what Mrs. Gandhi also says. This is political vendetta. When you start an investigation, political vendetta. If you don't investigate, then you
Dr.
say,
Santanu Sen wants to intervene in that. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, please.
No, I have got few points to ask. Number one, if there is not political vendetta, if ED and CBI, they are absolutely neutral, then why are they not touching Suvendu Adhikari, whose name is there very much in the CBI? Just answer me one question.
Yes.
Sudipto Sen of Sharoda has categorically written to the court that yes, I have given money to Suvendu Adhikari several times, he has blackmailed me. Why he is roaming around Amit Shah whenever there is in the city? His name is very much in the CBI FIR. Let me cite you some example. You are talking about corruption. If I start citing example A to Z, just listen to me, just give me 2 minutes at a stretch. A for Adani Power scam, BJP. B for Balco scam, BJP. C for Chikki scam, BJP. D for Dal scam, BJP. E for Earthquake Relief Fund scam, BJP. F for Fishery scam, BJP. G for GSPC scam, BJP. H for Hatco scam, BJP. I for Indigo Refinery scam, BJP. J for Jaisha scam, BJP. K for Kerala Medical scam, BJP. L for Lalit Modi scam, BJP. M for Metro Rail scam, BJP. N for Nirav Modi scam, BJP. O for Operation Westland scam, BJP. P for PDS scam, BJP. Q for Quarry scam, BJP. R for Rafale scam, BJP. S for SSC scam, BJP. T for tender scam, BJP. U for UTI scam, BJP. V for BAPUM scam, BJP. W for white measurement inspector scam, BJP. X for X-ray technician scam, BJP. Y for Yadurappa scam, BJP. And Z for Zubin Irani land scam, BJP.
Sir, the alphabetical order, I gave you the time to speak because you had asked for me, asked for that time, but these are also allegations, sir. And we'll have the BJP respond to that. So, Tom, that's a rhythmic order. A to Z, a list prepared
this is also allegation
by Dr. Santanu Sen.
That topic we are talking about, madam, that topic we are talking about is also allegation.
Tom,
the
respond to that.
topic we are discussing about is also allegation.
Okay. Mr. Santanu Sen, if you give me the time, you have recited A, B, C, D till Z. Let me tell you, many of these issues were during the regime of UPA. The loans were given during UPA. Rafale scam that you call, Mr. Rahul Gandhi had to apologize to the Supreme Court. I can go on from Z to A. without, but I don't want to waste the viewers' time by saying things. And you're saying allegation? 21 crores staring at you, Mr. Santanu Sen. Is that an allegation? It grows on trees or what?
Okay, let's stick to the issue and take now closing comments from both the TMC and the BJP. Let's begin first with the Trinamool Congress. If the TMC or Mamata Banerjee specifically had decided to, for now, suspend their Neta from the party, from the government, at least kept him out of the government because the allegations are directly against the government here, that could have given a go-ahead to Mamata Banerjee. She has chosen not to do that either, to remove him from the position. Do you think that will be done, could be done? Because that is primarily the attack that the BJP is raising against the TMC. Final closing comments, sir.
Once again, I repeat, if you have gone to the Twitter of All India Trinamool Congress, or if you have gone to the press conference done yesterday, it has been categorically mentioned, and I harp on the same string. If anything is proved and if anyone is proved to be guilty, Trinamool Congress will take perhaps no time to take strong political step, and Trinamool Congress run West Bengal government in no time will take strong administrative step. This is for 100% sure.
But nothing right now. Nothing right now.
Definitely not. Why? Because this is an allegation. Let it be proved. And my submission once again before
But sir, as we run these visuals of 21 crore rupees of bundles of 2,000 rupees of notes, sir, my question is because these are cash that has been found at the residence of an individual that's been seen as an aide to the Mantri, to the minister. So that perhaps should the government not take at least...
Madam, was that money recovered from the house of our minister? That money was recovered from the house of a lady who is being portrayed as a close associate of the minister. A minister is a public representative. He might be associated with many lakhs and lakhs of people, as I am. So if anyone is found to be guilty, if money is recovered from any XYZ who is close to me or whose photograph is with me in a particular frame, does it prove that I am also guilty?
Tom Vadakkan, what do you say to that? That's actually an interesting point, that this is not like it's found at the Mantri's house. You are gunning for TMC, you're gunning for the minister, you're gunning for Mamata Banerjee. It is a lady outside of the purview of the government, so to say. So, you know, why are you then targeting Mamata Banerjee specifically amid all this?
We are not targeting anybody. An investigation is in progress. Now, investigation points, as I said, to the close aide of the minister, and the cash was found. They say that's not their money. I accept it. I accept it's not their money. It's people's money. Be what it may. Now, this gentleman says that, well, you know, this lady is not connected. Come on, it's in public domain. I don't want to get into the visual evidences and what have you. But the fact of the matter is, no minister will keep 21 crores under his bed for the ED to come. Normally it will be done, it will be kept at some close AD and confidant, and that is what has happened. Now I'll tell you something more. Mamata ji won't speak about it because she's scared. He knows too much. Where during the course of investigation, if he says something which will lead to Mamata ji, so she can't touch him with a barge pole right now. He's too damn powerful. So the evidence is that he may speak out if there is any indication of you know, some connect, and that would be very dangerous for her. So naturally, the natural course would be deafening silence and try to send spokesmen who would tell you the alphabet from A to Z and say all scams which are unconnected.
All right. So that's a fair point, both from the TMC and the BJP. I want to thank Dr. Santanu Sen and Tom Vadakkan for your views. If it is public money, we will let the public decide. Both the TMC and BJP have put forth their views, while currently the Mantri is under arrest and the ED has also reached out to the court. Thank you so much for watching.